These berries are edible. So if you come look at this vine, this little one right here, you can see there a lot. You look at a bunch of these. So this one actually better. You can see different colors. So they start out green, and then they get a little lighter, and then they turn to dark purple. So I'm going to grab these ones on this end of this one right here. Hey everybody, welcome to Joko Outdoors. And today I want to show you something. This plant's called beautyberry. And when you're walking through the woods, you think everything's nice and cool, kind of golf ball. I don't know where this came from, because there's houses across the thing, but there's like a million trees. So I don't know who whacked it over here, and there's no golf courses around here either. So I don't know what that's about. Put that in my pocket. And no, I did not plant it here. It's not a prop. All right, so this is called American beautyberry, and this is an Indian plant, and it has a lot of medicinal properties. So one thing about it is, if you're ever in the woods and you want to have a little snack, these berries are edible. So if you come look at this vine, this little one right here, you can see there a lot. You look at a bunch of these. So this one actually better. You can see different colors. So they start out green, and then they get a little lighter, and then they turn to dark purple. So I'm going to grab these ones on this end of this one right here. So they come out really easy. Just kind of rub your hand on them, and they fall right off. Just like that. And you can even, if you don't want to touch them, you can even just kind of snap them off, just like a deer would. That's what they look like. And they're not like most berries that you find in the woods, where it's got a ginormous seed in the middle. They have a few seeds. I'd equate them similar to how elderberries are. But they've got a medicinal property. This helps stomach aches. So if you ever in the woods, you need some, and you can find this anywhere. So it grows all over the southeast, and I've read that it grows all the way up into the Middle Plains area. And it's an invasive piece, not invasive. I wouldn't say it's an invasive species because it's natural. And the berries taste kind of like, you can taste the sweetness, but it has kind of a grassy mint flavor as well. And it's supposed to help with indigestion. But the coolest thing about it is, let me get these stickers off my daggone shirt. The leaves. All right, so with these leaves, you can pluck these off. Heard a stick break behind there. Already had one deer sneak up on us, which we'll put in this video. Because we were out here just checking trail cameras, just kind of farting around, talking, having a grand old time. And all of a sudden, we look, and here comes this doe walking from behind us. Just like, we weren't even there. She walked she was within 20 yards of us. All right, so first deer activity. She's small. All right, so get you a handful of them about this big. So show you. Now, the cool thing about the leaves is these are a natural insect repellent. So they'll repel mosquitoes, chiggers, ticks, any kind of the outside ones that we have to spray DEET on us with. But you can't just like crush them up and rub them on your skin. You have to turn them into a tincture. So what you do is you take a handful of these leaves, get you some 90% alcohol, and I've even read about people using grain alcohol, you know, like when you drink. And you take this and you put it in there, and you just leave it in there for several weeks. And what happens is the alcohol will start to consume the chlorophyll out of this and the medicinal properties. And right here, I'll show you exactly what it looks like. All right, so here's what you need. Here's the handful of leaves we got off the beauty berries. You need a pint jar, a plastic lid. And you can use any kind. This is the kind you get off of like a mayonnaise jar or whatever. And you need 90% alcohol. Now the reason for this is because it'll evaporate. If you get the other kind, it won't work too good. Alright, so this is how you assemble it. And it's not rocket science, folks. It's pretty simple when you get down to brass tacks on it. I mean, it's not a hard process here. So first thing, we're going to take our leaves. We're going to crush them up just a little bit. Put them in the jar. Alright. I think it smells pretty good. And then you're just going to take your alcohol and you're going to fill this jar up. Blue, 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 blue. That's taking too long. Fill it up. Put your lid on. And then take this and put it in any kind of place. It doesn't have to be in the dark. It could be right on the windowsill. It's where I kept mine. And after about three or 4 weeks, actually, this thing turned green in 3 days. So it's been here for 2 weeks, this particular one, and it's ready to roll. So all you got to do is pour this into a strainer, strain the leaves out, keep the liquid. Put the liquid into a spray bottle, just like this, a little small one. And this will be your new bug repellent. So now no more having to go buy all this expensive stuff that is bad for your skin and all that stuff. So, alcohol-y. Now what I was saying about the alcohol. So the reason why you want 90% is because it will evaporate without being sticky. If you get the other one, it kind of will leave, particularly when you mix it with other things, it gets kind of sticky. And that's the last thing you want when you're hunting or fishing, is to feel sticky. Alright, so that's how you do it. So, with that, you take that and you put it into a spray bottle, and then you would spray it on just like you do anything else. Because of the 90% alcohol, it's going to evaporate immediately, so you're not going to have the alcohol smell. And this doesn't leave a smell either. Actually, when you grind it up and smell it, it smells like grass. But it works. And this is what the Indians used. Now, obviously, they didn't have alcohol, but they had other things they could grind. They probably mixed it with some water. From their nearby creek, they'd smash it up and put it in some water, and they'd make this thing. And then they would, they didn't have spray bottles either, but they'd put it on themselves to help insect repellent. So, what I'm doing is just giving you a little bit of outdoor survival training. And I'll do this every now and again because like I said, I spent 13 years in the Marine Corps. I've done mountain warfare. I was an avionics technician, but I always took the opportunity to do other Marine Corps things. Shooting, doing outdoor things, going through the field, learning what berries are good to eat, what berries are not good to eat, because there are some. So the one that grows on this plant right here, These grow out, these grow real tall, and they got these purple berries on them. They'll start out green, and then they'll turn purple. This is not elderberry. In fact, these things will make you sick, where you probably need to have some of those to keep from the sickness of this one. So these are not good to eat. And we don't have any elderberries out right now. They've already run their course in season. But if you look around, I don't know if Brian can zoom in, there's a big patch of beautyberry right down there by that tree. See right down there? I mean, it's everywhere. What elderberry does is when it blooms out, it's going to bloom out with a flower that looks like an umbrella. And on the end of that, each one of those umbrella things is going to be a little blackberry. And they're tiny. And they're a pain in the butt to harvest. But if you get a bunch of them, you can make jelly. Most people use them as a medicinal purpose as well because they help with colds. They're like echinacea. So here's a little tips from the woods. I figured I'd stop and give you guys a little snippet on this. So if you have not subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so you can see when we put new videos up, because you never know what we may be doing. We may be cooking a brisket, or we may be eating some leaves. You never know. But until next time, remember, this is God's country. God bless.